If you've ever tried to move sheets of plywood around by yourself, you know it can be pretty difficult. So to make that job easier, I made myself a plywood lifter. Now I wish I could take credit for the design of this, but I got the idea off the internet. It's just a scrap piece of plywood with a rope handle at one end, the rope's knotted on the back side, and it's got a piece of garden hose on it to make it easier on the hand. The one I saw online used a notched piece of wood down here at the bottom. Well, I decided to use angle brackets instead. I've got those bolted on with some 1/4-inch flathead bolts. I countersunk the heads from this side and put the nuts on this side. On this end I've got some pieces of 1-inch dowel, and I used that because these brackets were a little bit too long. The next size smaller was a little bit too short, so I thought I'd do it this way, and rather than cut these down to size, I just put these bigger pieces of wood on here. And that gives me a nice little padded hook down here at the end. I put a piece of cardboard on this side of it, because that way if I got a nicely sanded board or one that's painted, this lifter's not likely to mark it up then. So here I have a full-size 4x8 sheet of 3/4-inch plywood. It's painted brown because it's part of a project that I'm working on. To use the plywood lifter, you just reach over the top of the sheet of plywood and hook the hooks underneath the bottom edge. Now to get them under there, all you have to do is either lift up one end, or in this case I got it up on some blocks. And once you got the lifter about in the center of the sheet, so you can pick it up and move it around with ease. I can also use the plywood lifter to lift a sheet of plywood up onto my work table. I have these sawhorses that I use from time to time. Now even with the plywood lifter, I don't think I'd be able to pull a sheet right up onto these horses because they're pretty rickety. But you can see, once I get it up on this table, it's pretty easy then for me to lift this and pull it up onto the horses. I think this should come in pretty handy. Thanks for watching.